choose young, truly humble under God as his vice president so he can get back the black vote. This is a
The
questions
black
that
and Christian vote.
the black and that's a hit. That's a definitive hit.
Or we could
Let
call
us
it a
know in the
slide as
comments.
well. Anyway, guys,
Next topic. Next topic.
it in a society that tries to differ, at least separate itself from other countries and societies, a country that calls itself the best country in the world. And if you ask, I told you I was in New York uh,
Yep.
last month, and I like talking to people. And so, and a lot of people I talk to, foreigners, or at least people who they've been living there for like 20, 30 years, they tell you the US is the best country in the world because they've experienced other things. So for them, it's the best country in the world.
Say what those other things are. I can tell you what they are.
Yeah,
What should I say? No, I'm not.
drones, and
Well,
not the small
drones.
kind.
uh,
And the
Not Lenin, but okay.
but the when you break it down, you want to, if you want to keep saying we're good and they are bad, you need to be the example and understand that it's a big country, and as a country you have like a whole group of there are a lot of people in the government, both federal and state level, county level, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of people, but you want, the reason why you want these key people, especially prosecutors who are mainly tasked to prosecute criminals and people who have infringed the law. The reason why you want them to be clean is to avoid having a reputation as a country, as a state, of being fraudulent, of being uh, a gang of thieves, um, corrupt, and so on and so forth. Because what happens when, let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Let's give Miss Fani Willis the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she had an affair or had a relation with Big Nut at some point in time, whatever. Maybe she didn't know who he is. Maybe it was a one time thing. Whatever the case may be. Maybe she genuinely stopped and she genuinely said, you know what, I'm going to do something else with my life. It was a mistake. I'm going to do good, focus on prosecuting criminals, etc. Let's say she did get indeed this case without knowing that, or whatever. I'm trying to, but it's difficult. But okay, let's say she was innocent in all these things, right?
Hmm.
The fact that it's a secret, or at least it seems to be presented as a secret that's leaking, because I don't know if she addressed it yet. Maybe she did. If she did, chat, please let us know. But all other prosecutions, including the Trump prosecution, at least the motives, the respective motives of these prosecutions are now questionable. And another thing that the next thing that people will look at, I mean, a lot of people don't. They just look at the Super Bowl and Miss Universe. But the next thing people will ask themselves is, if she decided to prosecute these cases, which cases didn't she prosecute? The
Hmm.
fact, and maybe there's nothing there. Maybe there's nothing there. But but this situation, the fact that this situation exists, create these types of thoughts, and consequently, what will people do? They will start doubting the legitimacy of the very same country they live in. This is the very same state they live in. This is the very same country they live in. It's because of things like this. If you can't have, if you are corrupt, or if there are indications that there is corruption, if there are indications that there are fraudulent acts going on, if there are indications that there are fraudulent preferential treatment, nepotism, and so on, then the question then becomes, what's the difference between our country and another country, the other country or countries that we continuously say these are bad countries?
I'll give you another one, another story. Very interesting story, actually. So, according to the story I've read, there's another guy in this case. It's either, I can't recall if it's YFL or if he's YFN. But of course, before she was in public office, she was a private lawyer.
Okay.
And she defended the guy during her lawyer days.
Big nut.
No, another guy. One of
Oh, another guy.
the
Okay.
one of the I think he was YSL.
Mm-hmm.
So she was his lawyer. When everyone had to get picked up, everyone got picked up except for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it makes sense because of course lawyer lawyer client privilege.
Attorney-client privilege. Yeah,
Yeah, attorney client privilege.
but
So
that's why you want to eliminate any. You want to eliminate any chances that people might even think that there's a conflict of interest.
yeah.
So sometimes the best thing that you can do is distant yourself from situation like that.
Regardless what happened, everyone got picked up except the guy. He's still out there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say that what you said is the result. It can
Yeah.
result in this situation right here.
Yeah, well, let me put it like this:
Which,
if everyone
which
gets
is
picked, I'm just thinking logically. If everyone gets picked, big, if we're in a group and everyone gets picked up, but you, then I might start wondering why you're still out there. And
it's only two reasons.
if I'm wondering why you're still out there, and then I find out that your lawyer, your previous lawyer, is the one prosecuting me.
Hey, life can be sometimes.
Even if I mean
Oh,
it's perception, Kiara. Even if it's
perception.
not the case, what type
Yo,
of perception
people,
does it
people
create?
get sent to the fishes pure for perception.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's a very. I think she's definitely in a tight spot with, first of all, that whole thing with the special prosecutor where she went on. I mean, they paid the guy like 600K to
Hmm.
prosecute, and he paid
That
the
has to be
vacation.
some. It has to be some kind of payola.
It's crazy. It's come on, man. 600K to prosecute Trump. Hey, he might get off of this. Just put
Hmm.
some some wood on this fire, and then and it burns up, and it might
Pause.
result in also. Well, that's not possible though. But
If we're talking
anyway,
about if we're talking about big nut, everything's a pause, right?
I didn't say big nut. What the heck are you talking about? But yeah, uh, it might also influence the whole case against YSL. So
YSL.
now, so now Trump is tied to the hip with young Tuck, young truly humble under God.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, Trump choose young truly humble under God as his vice president, so he can get back the black vote. This is a
The
questions
black
that
and Christian vote.
the black anchor. Oh, that's a hit. That's a definitive hit.
Or we could
Let
call
us
it a
know in the
slide as
comments.
well. Anyway, guys,
Next topic. Next topic.